Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another Movies with Numbers in the Title, Part Deux. And yes, this is it. This is going to be one of the major rants. A sequel that has tarnished a legacy that was done back in 1979 when Ridley Scott did the original Alien. And that movie is an amazing film. I have it on DVD. It's an amazing movie no matter what cut you see. The sequel, I've seen it once, but I heard it's one of the best action sci-fi horror films ever made, and it's a great follow-up to Alien. And what do we get in 1992 after Aliens? We get Alien 3. Now, before I rip this movie a new asshole, let me say the good things about this film. The score is pretty good. Some of the effects are okay. Sigourney Weaver's performance is actually decent. Charles S. Dutton is okay, and Charles Dance. And the film has a budget. It has a good production value, but this is a dreary sequel. I don't know what the freaking producers were thinking. And I know, don't say in the comments, yes, this film went through a lot of rewrites. It's not David Fincher's fault completely. I know it was his first directing job as a director, a film director, so it's not, I can't blame him completely. It was the studio for lying to people on Earth. No one can hear you scream. Bullshit, that didn't happen on Earth. That movie takes place in a freaking prison planet. Also, marketing this as it's going to be a return to form, and it wasn't. And also, you could tell this movie was studio interfered, just like with Spider-Man 3 and with freaking BVS and a lot of other movies. This film is just boring. I did not care for this movie. I rented it in Blockbuster a couple years before they out of business, and I was like, this is just a horrible sequel. Like, you know how this movie opens up? It does a Force Awakens, but in the first 10 minutes. Ripley survives the crash after the second movie, and how does it end? How does it start? The first 10 minutes, Newt and Hicks are killed off in a fire, and it says deceased in freaking text. How dare you do this, writers and freaking studio? Why would you kill off two characters in the second movie that we liked? We liked Newt. She was a cute little girl that Ripley was protecting like a mother, and Hicks, Michael Biehn was one of the best things in Aliens. And then you bring him back here to kill them off. And then we're stuck with Ellen Ripley is just by herself. Her eye is red, and she's a mess. And then she has to shave her head like I do. And I'm sorry, that look doesn't look good for her because she doesn't look sexy at all. And it's just a lot of the downbeat. It's just more downbeat than the first movie. It ruins the first movie. It ruins the second movie's ending, and it ruined the rest of the series following it. Because the next movie we got was Resurrection, which I can watch that over this because it's not as jury, but it still has a problem. It has a lot of problems. AVP, that sucked. AVPR, I can watch it as a guilty pleasure. Prometheus, fuck that movie, and Alien Covenant, because I would rather sit through Alien 3 than to sit through Alien Covenant, because 3 is a horrible sequel, but at least it has Sigourney Weaver, so it's more focused. It's not like she's walking around doing stupid things. But this movie, it started that whole religious thing that Prometheus did. That, where did we come from? Who created us? And blah blah blah. This starts with like Ripley's in a prison planet with a bunch of men that are rapists, murderers, and assholes. And Charles S. Dutton is like some freaking religious figure. And I'm like, dude, you can't curse and be close to God at the same time. That doesn't work. Not in this movie. And everybody is mean to Ripley. She's just, on her own. There's no one to cheer for. And, no matter what cut of the movie you see, it's just dreary. This movie's not, there is no humor in this movie. There's no fun to be had. The alien looks great up close in Ripley's face when it's like, and then the mouth comes out. That's fine. Some of the CG looks like shit. The alien, when it's like dry humping that body or whatever, it's a guy. I think it's a guy in a suit. So the makeup effects are okay. I'm not gonna blame the effects people. They tried the best they could with the budget they had, but just and as if this movie didn't get any more downbeat. Spoiler alert: in either cut of the film, Ripley dies. Yeah, fuck you, writers. I know Sigourney Weaver wanted her character to be killed off because she didn't want to deal with guns, because the second movie she had to use guns. But Sigourney Weaver, you did Aliens. You're an actress. Roll with the punches. Use guns in the movie if you have to, and then you stop. It's not like you're going to use guns in the streets. You know, and then in other movies like The Cold Night of Day with freaking Henry Cavill, which is a shitty movie, avoid it, Sean, if you have not seen that movie. She uses guns. So where was the problem then that you couldn't fix in the early '90s with Alien 3? This is partly her fault because she wanted her character killed off for no freaking reason. This is not like Harrison Ford. I hate the character. Kill me off. Here, it's like, no, the script sucks. Just kill me off. And then they did that. And it sucked. Yeah, seeing her falling into a freaking pit with a chest burster coming out of her chest, and what Lance Henriksen going no, and it's not like the thing in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, when Gandalf falls in Fellowship of the Ring, you feel it because you think he's gonna die, and Frodo's reaction is freaking golden. This is just a slap in the face to fans of the first two movies, and it went downhill ever since. What we needed after Aliens was a fifth movie directed by Neil Blomkamp or anybody that was good enough to bring Ripley back and Hicks and pretend that Alien 3 and Resurrection didn't exist and that Prometheus and Alien Covenant didn't exist. That would have been a nice send off instead of killing off Ripley, killing off Hicks, killing off Newt, freaking making Ripley instead of doing firefights in like a prison planet or the alien planet. No, it's her in some prison planet with a bunch of assholes that I don't care about. Charles Dance, Charles Dutton, who both die, by the way, and the freaking guy, the guy that played, he was one of the captains in episode one. He's an asshole in the movie too, and all the other no names that I don't care about. And I'm sorry, this movie offers nothing. I saw the theatrical cut. I don't like it. I don't like the downbeat tone. The first movie already had that, and even then, it had some humorous moments, like when Ian Holmes is spitting out milk. That's kind of funny to me. And also the scene where his body goes on Yafakato, and he's like, "Get the fuck off me!" That's kind of funny. Here, it's just dreary. It tries to be alien. It has one alien. It decent effects, but it doesn't hold this movie up. It's a terrible sequel. It He said, "Am I in the wrong movie? Why is this so dark?" That Star Lord's mother dies in the first 5 minutes, but then the rest of the movie has some great characters, it's great effects, a great story, and it's hilarious.